Today we're going to be talking about building baskets with the new S9 Toolbox dashboard. Now in order to do this, you have to have the S9 Basket Create version 3 670 ET in your indicator folder. Otherwise, this basket button down here, which you use to create the baskets, will not work. So make sure you have that indicator in there to create baskets. Also, to create or to find hasses that have just crossed or within your time range, you also need the Hass MTF Ankeny Ashy Smooth in there. So be sure you have those in there. These other two are a couple of new TSs we'll be coming out with and talking about in a different video, but for now we're just going to go through how to build baskets. First of all, for this basket create, make sure you have a hotkey set for it, which is Alt G. Make sure you don't have any other ones using that same one. These Alt M and Alt P, I remember, are for the period button and the template button, but this one needs Alt G. Okay, so we're going to save that. Got that set up. Now we're all ready to go to create our baskets. When you first open up this, it will say basket unless you have a name over here in the properties for your basket name. So to create our first basket, let's create a core 5 basket. So what we're going to do in here is we're going to put core, just call it core, that'll be our name, and we're going to use this basket create link, which links us back to here. And be sure if you have any suffix, put it in here. In this case, my case, it's I, so I put I in here. Okay, so we're ready to go with that. Click OK. And you'll notice now the button changes from saying basket to the name that you've just given your basket, which you are going to create. Now remember, let's turn this off. I said I was going to create a core 5 basket, which consists of 5 pairs, and if you look back in some of the Forex Factory stuff, you can find out about the core 5. There's also a 14 pair basket, which they were used originally to do basket trading. So now to find out what's in the core 5 basket, all you got to do is click on correlation. It doesn't matter what these are set for, because we're not going to be doing any correlation right now. Click that, and you will see these first 5 pairs that are lit up in kind of an orangish color are the core 5. Like I said, there's also a 14 pair basket that was used originally, and these other ones in the purple or magenta color are the remainder of the 14. So with the magenta and with the orange you got the 14 pair, and with just the orange you got the 5 pair. Ignore all these green things down here right now, we're not interested in those. So we're going to be building a core 5 basket. So now what you want to do is highlight up here the Aussie Yen button, the Euro Yen button, the Pound Yen button, Pound Dollar button, and New Zealand Dollar button, New Zealand US. So now we got all 5 of these buttons turned on. That will be our basket we are going to create. Okay, so now all we do is hit the core button, which used to be, of course, called the basket button. And you will get the pop-up, which will be that indicator that we just assigned the Alt G to. Okay, so what we're going to do is make a 60-minute or a 1-hour basket of those 5 pair offline basket chart. Now for the basket name to create, leave the pound sign there. I'll show you in a minute why we want that left there. Type your name in here that you assigned, which was C-O-R-E. Make sure it's all capital or lowercase, whichever you used. It's got to be the same. And down here, do not put the pound sign, just put C-O-R-E. Okay, now we will create that offline chart, which will contain 5 pairs, these 5 pairs. So for now, I'm just going to turn off the buttons. And if you look at the indicators on this chart, you will notice that it has placed that indicator on the same chart that your dashboard is on. And if you open it up, you'll see that's the one we just created. So click. And now we're going to go up here and open our offline. And you'll notice at the top of the list is our core 5, which it says core 05, which means there are 5 pair in that offline chart. And the suffix is I, and it's a 1 hour. Now you can see the reason why the pound sign is there. It makes this name come to the top of the list. If you took the pound sign off, then you would have to search down the list until you came to the C's to find this. So it just makes it easier to find. And when you look over here, you should have a bunch of bars. In this case, we had over 1,000, 1,001. If you got very few bars over here, it means you don't have enough data in your history, and you're not going to have a very good chart, or maybe none at all. So just double click this, and up comes our chart. Now this is something I wanted to show you, and you notice how screwy it is over here. Now what you want to do before you use this chart, go back over here, open up that indicator, and click OK. That'll straighten that chart out and it'll refresh it. Now you can see it's better. Now I'm going to do is put a template on here. Let's see what we got. We'll get this off in here for now. Don't need that on there. I just want a blank chart. So there is our blank chart. This is the 5 pair offline chart that we're going to use for basket trading. Now one thing you got to watch out with these charts is these long spiky candles. Highs and lows are sometimes kind of fake. The price may never have really gotten up there. It's because the way these candles are formed out of those 5 pairs. So just remember that when you're placing any kind of breakout lines or stop loss lines or something, the price may never have been to that high point or this high point. So there is our 5 pair core basket chart. Now you can trade this with one of our TSs we'll be coming out with. One of them will be the Haas. And it comes up like that. Now in this particular case, it popped up this, it says file not found. It's because if you go back and look at the indicator, you must put in the name of your basket, C-O-R-E, remember? And you notice over here it says enter basket name. So once you enter the basket name, then when you click OK, then it comes up with the 5 pair that are in your basket with the present price, because they're not trading right now, so there's no profit or loss next to them. But this will be one of the TSs that'll be coming out. It'll be a Haas, and it'll have breakout lines on it, similar to our other halves with the breakout lines. And of course it comes up here and tells you what time frame your basket is. It's an hourly. Okay, so that's one way to create a basket. Now what you want to do, eventually you're going to get a lot of these indicators probably on this chart if you keep building baskets. So you may want to clean it up once in a while, and also go back to your data folder and look under history. This happens to be a demo account, and you'll see there's that Core 5 history. Eventually, if you do a lot of basket trading, you'll get a lot of these in your history chart, and you really don't want them in there if you're not using them. So for now, I'm not going to use this one, so I'm just going to delete it out or kind of clean everything up. And also, if you go to your files folder, you will see a bunch of text folders in there. These are basically what that offline chart builder used, and also the TS is going to be using. So you want to clean this up once in a while, so I'll just get out of there for now. But there's not many in there right now, but I'll delete them out. And also, when I first start a test of anything, what I do is go up to the tools and go to the global variables. And I highlight them all and get rid of them, so I just clean all this junk out of here. So we don't want any junk from any previous tests left in there, so clean that up. Okay, so that's how you can build with the Core 5. Now say you wanted to build a correlation. Now remember, there's correlation settings back here. In this particular test, we're going to be doing a correlation on the daily, 80% correlation. We're not going to use the look back, we're just going to look back 25 days. Now if you turn on the automatic look back, it'll look back as far as many candles you have in your history, which most cases you really don't want to do, because if you've got a lot of history, why look back a couple years to see how far back they are correlated. So 25 for the daily is a fairly decent number. If you go hourly or 4 hourly or something, unless you want to increase this number to get enough bars, because you sure don't want 25 bars like on a 5-minute chart or a 15-minute chart or something. But we'll leave it for this right now, and you can see they're also on the button over here. They tell you what they are. So we'll click OK, and just for the heck of it, we'll call this something different. We'll just call it test. And click OK. You can see it says test here now, so we say test. Now I'm going to go to my correlation, click on my correlation button, and decide which one of these charts I want to do a correlation. So let's do a correlation on the Aussie yen. So what I want to do is turn on the Aussie yen, Euro yen, Aussie dollar, New Zealand yen, USD Japan, and the Canadian Japan. As you can see, I turned on all the buttons that match all of these, including the one up here. Now all these ones in green match the direction of the Aussie yen in this time period on the daily 25 bars back. It's got an 80% correlation. Now if you click this again, you notice some red ones show up. What that means is these red ones go in the opposite direction. But we're not interested in them because we just want to trade in the same direction. We cannot put in opposite direction ones into a basket or it'll screw it up. It does not take that into account. Okay, so we got the basket ready to go. We hit the button. Pops that. We'll do a 60-minute, that's okay for now. And we got to type in here test, T-E-S-T. It's got to match our button down there. T-E-S-T, hit OK. And it should create an offline chart for us called test. And here it is. Got 6 pairs in it on the hourly. So I open it up. Looks like that. And remember what I told you, go back and refresh it to make sure the chart is okay. Go back to the chart. And template, we just used. Gonna change that. Oops. Just want to delete it. And I'm gonna save that as my temporary. Without it for now. Okay, and I could do the hash on there again like we did before. Put in the name test, T-E-S-T, and hit OK. And you can see up comes our 6 ones we're going to be trading, and we're looking for a breakout. And this is the offline chart of those 6 pairs. So whatever you got this indicator set up for will happen. In this case, it's looking for a breakout. Okay, so that takes care of that one. Get rid of that. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that indicator right away. If you don't delete these indicators, you won't be able to delete the history file because the indicator is using it, and it'll come up and say it's being used, so be sure to remember that. Okay, close him out. That's correlation. Hit the reset to get rid of that. Now we go over to the hash. And in this case we got only 2 that are crossing short on an hourly. And this means they are confirmed using just the, well, they're not even confirmed. This just means the color has changed, but it's not confirmed yet. You put a 1 in here, which is over in the properties. Look back, you put a 1 in here, then it'll mean it's confirmed. Or you can put a 2 in here, 3, 4. What basically this is a window. It looks back, there's a certain number of candles. It makes up a window, and it looks for a cross color change within that window of time. For now we're just looking for the present color change when it just happened. It's not even confirmed yet. What I want to do is we want to get a few more in there, more than just 2. So let's change this to like a 3 one, see if we can get a few more. And now we're in a 1 hour and we're looking back at the window of 3 candles. As you can see, we get quite a few more now, at least on the short side. So if you looked at all of these red ones, they would have gone short, or the color would have changed from blue to red within the last 3 candles. So you could even, so now you could make a basket out of them, since they're mostly all pounds. What you got to do is go back here and give this basket a name. And we'll just call it pound. As you can see, that's down here. Hit this again to get them to come back up. And we're going to click on the euro yen, pound yen, pound dollar, euro Swiss, euro New Zealand, pound Aussie, pound Canadian, and pound New Zealand. That will be our basket. We click the button. Up pops this. Remember, we named it pound, GBP, hit OK. And we should have a offline chart up here, GBP offline chart, which is right here. Open him up. put our template default on there just to get that over, hit refresh. Now remember we gotta go back and refresh the chart to make sure we're good. Hit OK. And now we can go back to the chart. And if we put our hash on there, sure we've named it GBP. Hit OK. And there we have our pairs that this offline chart will be trading. Okay, so let's close that one out. Got one more to show you here quickly. Just hit reset to get rid of all this. What you can do, you can also use the heat map. Let's go in here and change this first. Change the name to HM to our heat map. Open up the heat map. Let's do a 4 hour. Now we can look down through the heat map and look at all the ones that are green. Just let's do the green. You could do the red. So what we got the Aussie Swiss. We got the Aussie Yen, Canadian Swiss, Canadian Yen, New Zealand Swiss, New Zealand Yen, dollar Swiss, dollar Yen. All I'm doing is just grabbing the ones that are a green name and a green bar. So you got these two, these two, these two, and these two. 2, 4, 6, 8. So this should give us a, I'm gonna call it, remember we call it HM for heat map. HM. Okay, okay. And we should have a new one up here called heat map. And here it is, 8. It's got 8 pairs in it. Open it up. Template. Default. Let's go back and refresh it. You notice we still let that first one on there. This one we want to just get rid of him because we're not using him. And this is the one we just created, heat map. Hit OK to refresh that chart. And there's the chart. Let's just drop the hash on there. This is heat map. Hit OK. And there you have 2, 4, 6, 8 pairs. The basket is the heat map basket. And as you can see, this would have been a nice run to catch. Look at that. Wow. Okay, so I hope that has helped you with how to build these charts. Just going to clean up, do a little cleanup work here. Go into the history. Get rid of these ones that we're no longer doing anything with. Delete those. Go into the file folder. And you'll see you can end up with a lot of text folders in here eventually. So make sure you keep these things cleaned up a little bit. And delete those. Okay, and then before we start a new test, if we did start a new test, I would go up here to the global variables and dump all of these. It's just a good idea to clean it up. Okay, so I hope that has helped you. We showed you how to build them with just, or you can pick any pairs you want. You know, you could pick whatever pairs you want, give it a name, and create a basket that way. So it's entirely up to you how you want to do it. So have a nice day.